Because that thing is just full of so much glory. He said, well, okay, so in my front, got to show my back. He said, that's all right, Lord, because I'm just in your glory. And so Moses finds his way down, and when he comes, the children of Israel were so discouraged that he was taking so long that a few folk decided that they want to start worshiping another God. You know, because Moses is taking too long. So a few of them decided to worship this golden calf, and then everybody started to worship the golden calf. Y'all with me so far? Then another time they would be in the wilderness, and God was giving them manna from heaven, but they wanted the meat from Egypt. He gave them manna from heaven, but they wanted the meat from Egypt. And so he said, oh, no, they started complaining. So a few folk were like, man, this food sure ain't that good. I don't know, it's straight made from the kitchen in heaven, but I like something else from the flesh pots of Egypt. And so a few people started to complain, and then not only just a few, but everybody started to complain. Then all of a sudden what took place is they started recognizing it was hot outside and there wasn't enough water. And so few folks started to complain, spread throughout the whole camp. Then they go up to Moses and they say, man, listen, you need to take us back to Egypt right now. But there was one constant. It started with a few group of people and then spread throughout the entire congregation. And I've discovered, my brothers and sisters, that the number one reason why we do not reach our potential in God is because of negative people. Now, I try and keep up with my young people and the type of music that they're listening to. And you know, you ought to buy and check out, if you got them CDs in your home, you need to put them in the thing and listen to them and see what they're saying. I mean, it's your money. It's your house, so listen to the CDs. So I try and catch up, and my daughter, she's gotten this Hannah Montana kick. All right. So, you know, she said, Dad, I want to watch Hannah Montana. Now I'm just like, a little too grown. Now, I could have easily just said, you know, rule the Irish, no. And then her be upset with me. But instead, I tried to take the opportunity so she could see what I was seeing as well. So we both sat down and we began to watch Hannah Montana. And they started talking about boyfriends and girlfriends. And I think they got ready to kiss somebody. And I said, Jana, you think that's something that you should watch? She said, nah. She said, you're right. She said, that's too old for me. And, you know, I praise God for that because, you know, I don't ever want to kiss. You know, let's keep this thing rolling. Let's keep the mentality going. 18, 19, stay. Oh, keep it clean. If you can live with me, I'll pay the bills, girl. Good. So, you know, but now every time, because I took the time instead of just telling her no, she got to see why I said no. And when she saw why, now it's not just because Daddy says so, but she sees it now herself. And so when she's flipping through the channels now, and she sees Hannah Montana, she says, oh, damn it, that's too grown for me. But she doesn't need me now to tell her that for Hannah Montana. All right. She learned that through the experience of me just taking a little bit of time. Are y'all following me today? See, it's a lot easier to say no and leave it alone. But it's different when you can say no and be able to explain why no. Therefore, when I'm not even around. See, I'm just pausing on a commercial break for a second. See, a lot of our young people say, yes, yes, Daddy, understand, all in your house. Then they leave to college and everything they said yes to. Now they say no to because they never figured out why you were saying no. All right, I'm back. But so I try to check up what my folk are listening to. And there's this brother out, and I heard this song. Anybody know who John Mayer is? You know, he's got this song out called Gravity. And I was like, okay, you know, that's kind of cool. You know, he's got a little nice voice and everything. And, you know, looks like some guy who came from American Idol or something like that. You know, guy's a little guitar. I don't know if what is he, alternative or rock? What is he? Is alternative? Okay. Well, he's got this song called Gravity. And so I was listening to it and I said, man, that's an interesting song. But I went to a website. And some people had some different ideas, and they really came up with the main one, that he was actually writing this song about a person. And I was like, that's messed up. If you know how the words to the song go, he says, gravity is working against me. And gravity wants to bring me down. So if anybody goes to you and says, baby, you like gravity, that's not a good thing. And so the rest of the words go, oh, I'll never know what what makes this man with all this love that this heart can stand dream of ways. This is what he says. To throw it all away. Gravity is working against me, and gravity wants to bring me down. Now, I don't want you to look to the left or the right, but doesn't that just sound like somebody in your life right now? Come on, somebody, and say amen. But the fact of the matter is that we have got some people inside of our lives that are consistently and constantly trying to bring us down. Every time that you're trying to take a step up, they pull you to make you take a step back. Every time that you try and go in, these are the same folk that try and pull you out. We are surrounded by people who are constantly trying to keep us from reaching the potential that God would have. We surround ourselves. Are you listening to me today, church? We surround ourselves with people who are so negative. Yes. And all they do, their whole joy in life is to bring you down. But they're our friends. They're our buddies. They're our best pals. And we just have so much fun. And while you're having all that fun, you're sitting at Canaan's edge, recognizing potential that you'll never, ever see. Because of the people in our lives. There's some of us who don't do well in school because of the friends that we have. And you know what the worst part about it is? They graduate. And leave you. And then ask you, well, you should have studied more. And we've got to get, I need y'all to hear me, we've got to get enough guts to do what my homegirl said to L-I-G, let it go. Yes. We got to let some people go. If that makes sense to me, you say amen. Amen. Now, one thing I understood about gravity ain't no joke. Right now, gravity's pulling on you now. No matter how much you weigh or how big you are, gravity is just pulling on you, and it has one purpose, to keep you on the floor. Are y'all listening to me? Yeah. It's to keep you right here on the ground. There are some people whose complete purpose is to keep you down. That's the purpose. Gravity is constantly pulling on us, trying to keep us down. But the one thing that I've learned is that there is really one way that physicists have said that you are able to defy gravity. I need you all to stay with me. What you have to do is reach what physicists call the escape velocity. Are y'all following me so far? Now, the escape velocity is defined as the minimum speed that an object needs to have sufficient energy to be able to escape from gravity, so that gravity will never manage to pull it back. For example, when a space shuttle takes off, it must reach the escape velocity. Now, the only way it can reach the escape velocity, I need you all to follow me, is for the push of the rockets on the shuttle to be greater than the pull of gravity. Come on, y'all. So the shuttle has something, watch this, before the shuttle ignites, there's something on the inside, and when they flip those engines and they do the countdown, all these different gadgets begin to work, and the nitrogen and hydrogen begin to move back and forth. And what it says is it fires out and ignites from what was on the inside 1.8 meganewtons, or 400,000 pounds of thrust at the liftoff. So because the push of the shuttle is greater than the pull of gravity, it's able to keep going up to the top regardless of how much gravity is trying to pull it down. And the truth is that I know the pull that people have on us is astronomical, but that is why the Bible says greater is he that is within me than he that is in the world. I want to let you know that there is something inside of us that's got a push that is greater than people's pull. So you see, there's something within me I can't explain, something within me that withholdeth the reins. And when that thing that's in me fires the Spirit of God outside of me, I reach the escape velocity and leave the knuckleheads behind and climb higher and higher and higher towards Jesus. And so people's pull is not greater than the Spirit of God's push. But what you've got to do is first let the Spirit get on the inside, let him fire his engines and push you away from those fools.